Hello, Thomas.
Hi.
Dio had a difficult evening last time in Manchester. As a manager internally, how do you deal with a player after a game like that? And do you still trust him before a new duel with Erling Haaland?
Yeah, because I don't think the duel with Erling Haaland was the problem. Like 2-3 problems in decision making, especially when we had the ball, was more the problem. The duels with Erling Haaland, the coverage against Erling Haaland, the one-on-ones with, in general, every striker that came close to him was not the problem. It was about decision making and it was about management of risk. So, and he can improve and he has to improve and he knows it. But after a game like this, it makes no sense to point the finger and to blame one single person. We do this together, and we help the players out. So, of course, in this kind of level, we got punished brutally for not a little that we allowed, but it was decisive in the end. That made it for Upa very, very hard to digest. But we let him play to show him our confidence in the last match in the Bundesliga. And there is no other plan. We will stand with him. He's still young. He's full of potential. And of course, quarter-final in Champions League against Manchester City is the moment to play with absolutely no mistake in this area of the field. And this is what we're looking for. And we still trust him.
If you could elaborate a bit on this question, but with the performances that he's had for the last month or so, do you believe that Erling Haaland might be the best player in the world right now, overall?
I'm the absolute wrong person, first of all, to ask about Erling Haaland, because he's not my player. And second of all, to ask about individual judgment of players. And I know that's a very popular question, who is the best player? And everybody wants to know who the best player is. And we will never find out because we need from goalkeeper, defender, midfielders and strikers. I'm pretty sure that he cannot win if he plays alone tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure he will play with 10 guys around him tomorrow. So I will never have a good answer for that question, I'm sorry.
Thomas,
since I've arrived, I've heard a lot and spoken to a lot of people about the demise of Bayern Munich.
What is demise?
Exactly, like the lessening from where Bayern Munich should be, falling from where they rightfully should be at the top. How do you assess the situation here? Is it as bad as all of that?
What is demise? Say it again, please.
Demise is just falling down in terms of performance, in terms of confidence, in terms of league position. That's all.
To whom did you talk?
Well, lots of people since I've been
really?
here. Yeah.
Talk to other people.
Yeah, I know. I'm crazy. I'm on my own as a journalist doing that. But
you need to talk to other people.
Yeah, but what is the situation here? Is it accurate at all or not?
I don't feel a club in demise. I feel a club in change, very natural, because big leaders have left the club. And we have a change in the management. So there is a lot of change and we need a bit of time that we never have, I know, but we need a bit of time to adjust things. I can understand maybe if you mean it's a bit surprising that in the last 3 years Bayern was never in the cup final, never in the cup semi-final, but still they managed to be 10 times in a row German champions. They're 3 times in a row in the quarter-final of Champions League. If this is a club in demise, it's demise? The word is demise? If this is a club in demise, I think a lot of clubs want to be in demise. I don't have the feeling. I have the feeling I work in a strong club with huge ambitions. We have to calm it down and at the same time push it to the limits, because then everything is possible in this club, and this is my feeling and my belief.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
With such a high mountain to climb, is it harder to score 3 or not to concede 1?
It's pretty hard, I can tell you. It's pretty hard, and it's a huge mountain to climb, as you say. And that's why we need to be, we need to believe. Of course, we believe in ourselves, but we don't want to be dreamers. Dreaming is for me, always it's very close to sleeping. And if you cannot do one thing, you cannot sleep for 1 second. So we need to believe, and believing means that we have it in our own hands, and we need to make things happen. And we need to make it happen by performance. by team spirit and by energy. So the good thing is we're not alone. We have ourselves, we have our team, we have strong teammates. We can fight as a team. We have our spectators who will be ready, I think, to fight with us. And then we need to have a realistic level also. And if we look on this match, and the realistic level is like if you just look at the top of this huge mountain, you maybe feel like overwhelmed, or you maybe think I will never reach the top. So taking it step by step, which means, I said it before, taking it half by half, and not get. The challenge is tough enough. We don't need to make it more tough by constantly looking at the size of the mountain. We start the journey. That is sometimes the most difficult thing, to actually start it, and we will start it tomorrow 9 o'clock, and we will be ready to go all the way.
Down to second row, please. Yeah.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
The other day, Pep Guardiola said that the fist from Sadio Mane on Leroy Sane could actually galvanise your team, because it would give you some sort of, come on, now we're going to show them, galvanise. Is this just sort of average manager speak from Pep, or is there something in that? Can you use that?
I hope we used it against. I hoped we use it again in the last match against Hoffenheim, which we obviously didn't. So now the case is already closed. Subject already died. So I don't think that this will give us a huge boost. I know what he means. That like this kind of energy in a dressing room, it shows also the determination, and shows like that it's alive. That the players are not happy. That the players like. Are angry with themselves, with each other, like which can be used which is also a kind of a form of energy. It was to a certain extent that we don't like. It was too much, but still, I see the point that Pep mentioned. We thought actually that we turned it around. We thought we turned around the momentum to use it as positive energy in our last match. Did not happen, I have to say. So I don't think it will have a major impact now.
Okay, last question, first row, please.
Hi, Thomas. The Champions League is the one big competition that Manchester City have not won. They've suffered a lot of painful defeats, including to you at Chelsea. Does that make them more dangerous, or does it offer you some hope that, you know, they could perhaps suffer some more pain?
I'm not so concerned about the general circumstances of the match, and especially for our opponent, for Manchester City. I'm well aware of it. To be very honest, I felt this kind of possibility that the momentum can shift to our side during the first match in pretty long parts of the match. But we together were proven wrong. I was proven wrong. We were punished brutally from them. And the thing is that they're in top shape. They're in top shape. They're in full confidence. They arrive here in April and May, in the decisive months of the season. And it seems like they have that difficult spell that every team has maybe in a season already behind them. That makes them very dangerous and very tough to beat. It's the benchmark at the moment, I would say, in Europe, and we're up for it. But it's one match, you know. Now it's down to one match, and in one match anything can happen. So we're going for the win tomorrow. And like I say, in a football match, there are moments when you have the support, when you have like the little decision, when you have the amount of luck that you need. A whole thing can suddenly be turned upside down sometimes in a blink of an eye. And it doesn't take much, but if it's there, if the door is a little bit open, we have to put our feet in between to really have a chance, and from there we go.
Thank you. Danke allen.